Hello and welcome to the channel and welcome to another Lost reaction. This is season 2 episode 18. It's called Dave. Weird title. Okay, in the last episode we had a John Locke backstory. John's father faked his own death to avoid paying off the thugs that he conned, and then brought it all on John's doorstep. And John yet again allowed himself to be used by his father, and it cost him everything. I would have preferred any one of 3 different outcomes to that part of the story. 1, John Locke does nothing. It completely ignores his father's requests. Number 2, John Locke finds the money and does a runner with Helen. Or 3, John contacts the thugs and leads them directly to Anthony. But no, John Locke lets himself be used again. Lets his father get away with it scot-free. And it cost him his relationship. John Locke's a very, very weird character. I've said this all along. And the character we see in the flashbacks is so different to the Locke we see in the present time. Probably the most different between the past and the present. John's really taking this New Hope thing to a whole new level, I think. Completely changing his life around. Or did that happen before? I don't know. Okay, facility, right, yeah, okay then. The facility went into lockdown for some reason. Unknown why. But Henry had to climb through all the grates and everything to shut the... Bloody magpie's back again. Where was I? Oh yeah, right, let's start that bit again. Easily distracted I am. The facility went in... Yeah, might as well get all the creaks and errors out of the way. The facility went into lockdown for some reason. We still don't know really why, but it cut off the the living facilities from the computer, so that Henry had to climb through all the grates in order to shut down or reset the countdown. But something happened. Maybe yet again Henry didn't quite get there in time, or didn't enter the code in time, but all the lights went out and a UV light went on, and it revealed something on the blast door. Something that I'm guessing was drawn / written by Desmond during his stay. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a clear picture from the screenshot to make out really anything at all. And I refused to go online to try and figure it out because, obviously, spoilers. Don't really need to mention that. Absolutely no idea what all the writing was, but I could infer a couple of bits. First off, there was a big circle in the middle with a big question mark, which I'm assuming is either the source of the electromagnetic fluctuations, or is this so-called dark territory, or both. Or maybe that's where he thought the others were. Don't know yet. But he didn't know either, it seems. And then there's I am here labelled to... There's these drawings of what looks like the facilities, but all in a row. There's about 8 of them, all in a row around this mysterious whatever in the middle. Yeah, there's obviously more facilities in the area, and it seems like Desmond really didn't know what was going on. He was trying to figure it out as much as everybody else. So maybe Desmond hasn't gone back to... I don't know where Desmond may have gone. He may be going to look and search out his theories. I don't know. There was also the first 3 numbers but in square root, so square root of 16, square root of 64, square root of 225. Why only the first three numbers, 4, 8, 15? I don't know. Oh, yeah, and also 15 and 16 came up on the security box that John Locke in the past went to fetch for his dad. So the numbers are still featuring. That's good. We haven't forgotten about that. Anna, Saeed and Charlie go off into the jungle, and they come back with news that they did find the grave and they did find the hot air balloon. But the grave wasn't a woman. It was a man with ID in the name of Henry Gale. And the ID, the picture on the ID definitely did not correspond to the Henry Gale we've come to know. So I wonder if he is Dave. It does put in Henry in a bad position of looking extremely guilty at this point. Why has he been lying? I can't think of any reason why he would call himself Henry Gale when that's not his name. What's he trying to hide? Was he in fact looking at this Henry Gale? Was he one of the others that's been observing Henry Gale when he came down? No, I really don't see how he can get out of this one. He looks as guilty, and Saeed's going to go to town on him. Saeed's just looking for an excuse, and it's only John and Jack that are going to be able to stop him. And there's also this major confrontation between Jack and John. It looks like Henry Gale, in his little niggles, his little digs, has actually got under John's skin. Pretty much the same as that metal door got under John's skin. The island really tries to screw John's legs up again, doesn't it? Almost as if the island gave him the power to walk again, and now it's trying to take it off of him again. I still think this is a big experiment. I think the crashes, the kidnappings and everything, it's all organised deliberately to observe exactly how these people react. And we still haven't heard anything of Michael or Walt. And that's a little bit worrying. I'm sure we're going to get back to Michael and Walt at some point, but where have they been all this time? They've been gone 4 days, 5 days? Have they found one of the other hidden facilities? And also the supply drop. They just find a supply drop in the middle of nowhere. How long has that been there? I mean, yeah, okay then, if it was dropped for Desmond long before the crash, all well and good. But what if it's been dropped since the crash? That means people know they're on the island. They know that there's people there, and they're going to do nothing about it. Then again, it still possibly wasn't meant for the castaways. It was probably still meant for Desmond and whoever else is there. Could that be what all the lockdown was all about? They trap all the facility members in their in their quarters or whatever, while they do a supply drop, so nobody knows where the supply drops come from, or how they get there, what sort of plane it is, from what direction, or anything. They can't get any clues. Okay then, we're going to get on with this. Dave, which I think is probably going to end up being the person we've come to know as Henry Gale's real name. See, I can't, and unless another new cast member is going to suddenly join us, I can't think of anything else to say on that one. Oh my god.
When we first crashed here, I thought, this isn't all bad. It's like the all mango diet. I wasn't turning any heads or nothing, but I did drop a couple belt sizes. Then we found this hatch. And it was full of food.
I know, this is nice. Libby is to Hurley what Locke was for Charlie. in his
You wanna
addiction.
change?
Throw it away.
Then change.
Well, don't throw it away, but because that'd be a waste. No, no, you don't waste food. That's, oh my god, what are you doing? He's going to get into so much trouble for that. That is just such a waste.
They found something. Come on.
Oh, right. The drop. This isn't going to help Hurley at all.
Nice. Locke said some kind of blastos trapped him in the hatch. Maybe it was because of this. So no one would see who dropped it.
That's what I said.
Any of you guys see a
Hey,
last night?
I got it right for a change.
Yeah, I saw it.
Maybe.
I've got a little order here.
So shouldn't we let someone a little bit more trustworthy take care of this?
Like you, baby napper?
No. Like Hurley. Why not Hurley? He's done it before. He could do it again.
No!
No, wait.
Who are you? I've never seen you before. You're not real, are you? Are you real? Oh my god, he's going to do this again. Is this good? Oh, is this another? Oh, right. Okay, then he's in a dressing gown. So this is a vision from psychiatric ward. Okay.
This will keep the swelling down until I can get a splint on it.
How long until I can walk
You're gonna have to keep off it a couple of weeks. There's a wheelchair back at the
No.
camp.
His wheelchair.
We took a pair of crutches from the fuselage when we moved down the beach.
I was part of the search party. Henry Gale was hanging out of the basket, neck broken.
So he was already dead.
Yes.
Then you buried him and left the grave mark.
Yes.
Jennifer. Well, you were right. Crossing the Pacific isn't easy. I owe you a beer. I'm hiking to one of the beaches to start a signal fire. But if you're reading this, I guess I didn't make it. I'm sorry. I love you, Jenny. Always have, always will.
Oh dear. Your
So tell me,
story is really breaking down.
how did Henry Gale write a note to his wife with a broken neck? 1.
He'll kill me! I'll kill you.
It's definitely one of them.
You can't do this! I am not a bad person!
Wow.
What the hell's wrong?
He was going to do it.
What's going on? I heard a gunshot!
What happened?
He's a liar!
It's fine. Just get him out of here.
Henry is definitely one of them. Fish crackers. Oh, they're just crackers in the shape of fish. Okay.
You're not here.
Oh!
Hey! Wait! Wait! Dave!
I've been taking some pictures for the bulletin board. I've got everyone except you two. Would you guys mind?
Okay.
Say cheese.
Cheese.
Great. Okay, you need a little water with that?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Well, Dave doesn't want you to lose weight, does he?
You know, Dave cares about me.
He doesn't.
He's my friend.
He's not.
That may upset you. This is the photo that I took for the bulletin board. Dave isn't your friend Hugo. Because Dave doesn't exist.
What? No. That... What? Okay, that's... Dave never existed in the first place.
That is a waste, man. One for the road.
No. Oh, I see. That's his... Yeah, I got it now.
sorry.
Lock him out.
What, are you kidding me? You're not real. You're trying to get me to run away and get cheeseburgers because I want cheeseburgers.
Did you take those pills, man?
Nah, man, I'm just not coming. Look, you don't want me to get better. You don't want me to change.
You don't need to change, man. You are fine. You're great.
No, I'm not.
Ah, brilliant one. Locked him out.
I know you're freaking out right now, and I'm sorry, but it's gonna get a little worse before it gets better. You remember that night you closed that window on me? You remember what you did after that night?
And a little while later, Brooks let me out, and I went home to live with my mom, and I got my job at Mr. Cluck's back, and I got better.
Okay, good, great, yeah. Except, see, here's the thing.
And then you won the lottery.
None of that ever happened.
What?
You're still at San.
Oh, I thought it was going to try and convince him of that.
I won the lottery.
Whoa, wow. Awesome, dude. What numbers did you play? Leonard's numbers, right? From the hospital? What a coincidence. You, seen him around anywhere else?
I don't believe any of this is real.
It?
The big finale. The answer to all your problems. I'll wait for you to wake up.
All you have to do is jump off the cliff. Oh my god. What the hell is it trying to
I
get?
don't want to kill myself.
Who said anything about killing yourself, man? This is gonna bring you back to life. Seen another life, Hurley.
Wow, this is deep and heavy. And disturbing as well, a little bit.
The timer went all the way down to 0. And do you know what happened next?
There was a picture on the other side of the blast doors.
Nothing happened, John.
Oh.
Nothing happened at all. Your timer just slipped back to 108. I never pressed the button.
That's interesting. It's a whole experiment to see if they will.
No, I'm done lying.
Or to see if Desmond would keep pushing the button for no reason.
Yeah, but did you know I'm so fat that I killed 2 people? And that I have an imaginary friend?
Riley, please, you're gonna hurt yourself.
No, I'm not. Because this isn't happening. None of it. I'm just imagining it. This isn't real life.
Why would you say that?
Because in real life,
People like you don't fancy people
no
like
girl
me.
like you would ever like me.
The day of the crash, on the other side of the island, Echo brought a man with a broken leg to me for help. What was his name?
He doesn't know.
I don't know.
You don't know. You know why?
Because it's nothing
Because
to do
it
with you.
happened to me. I buried a lot of people, Hurley. So don't tell me that that wasn't real. And don't tell me you made me up. It's insulting.
Libby was in the same ward. Is she even a psychiatrist? Okay. Oh, what? What's real? What's real and what's not? Well, that was quite the episode, wasn't it? I'm not entirely sure what to make of what I've just seen. Again, Lost has a habit of doing that, completely throwing a curveball. I think I might need to watch that episode again. just to see the Dave bits. Anyway, let's talk about the important things. Supply drop wasn't meant for them. It was a long shot, but it was definitely meant for the facility members. And it seems like even the Dharma Initiative people were being kept in the dark about certain things. Henry Gale is definitely lying. I was definitely wrong about that. He's virtually admitted that he is one of them, or at least in some sort of affiliation with the others, whoever the others turn out to be, and that they've got a leader, and it's not Zach. And this leader, from all description, sounds ruthless and terrifying. But I did say I'd let Henry go if I was there, if I was Jack or John. That has still yet to be proven whether that would have been a mistake. Is he dangerous? Oh, I don't see him being that dangerous. Not physically dangerous. Not when you've got to go up against people like, well, Echo, who's like gigantic. What else? Libby and Hurley. Their romance is blossoming nicely, and I approve of that. I really like them both. I mean, I like them both as a couple, and I like them both individually as well. But I am puzzled about Libby and her qualification as a psychiatrist. Is that made up? Or is she? Or was she in training to be? I haven't quite worked that one out. I'm sure we was told at some point, but I've forgotten. But she was in the same psych ward as Hurley back at Santa Rosa. That's where Hurley knows her from. But what are the implications of that? Is Libby delusional as well, or prone to delusions as well? The same as Hurley. And let's talk about Hurley. Let's talk about Dave. That was a bit of a shocker, actually. At first I thought, oh, we're going through this sort of ghost vision people, because, you know, like Jack saw his dad, who definitely could not have been there because he was dead, and various people have seen Walt. Boone saw that vision of Shannon all dead. I don't know why I brought that one up. That was a hallucination, wasn't it? But it kind of came true in a weird way. Anyway, yeah. So I thought Dave was just going to be one of them. But no, it was all Hurley. It was all in Hurley's mind. Dave was a representation of Hurley's guilt and his food addiction. And yeah, Dave, every time he speaks, he talks about food in some way. Tacos, cheeseburgers, crackers. He always brings food into it. It was very cleverly done. Very cleverly done. And when it was revealed that Dave didn't even exist, that was a shocker. I mean, truly, I was not expecting that. That was such a twist. But then it ended so grimly, with Dave trying to persuade Hurley to throw himself off a cliff. And yeah, I think Hurley might be like schizoaffective disorder or some other form that creates breaks from reality. And breaks from reality are all the more common if reality itself is behaving unreal, like it is on the island. It's easy to convince yourself then that what is around you, what is actually real, is not. A complicated thing, mental illness, but Hurley definitely needs tablets, he needs help. Otherwise this thing is going to reoccur at some point. And the numbers came up again as well. The so-called accident, the gantry or whatever it was that collapsed, was it meant to hold 8 people, but it was in fact holding 23 at the time. Numbers causing bad luck even there. There was another reveal as well. I'm not sure whether we are to trust that this other fact, and that is that Henry didn't in fact type in the code or press the button, and the hieroglyphs reset themselves. Yeah, and also that he heard a large magnetic hum. A loud magnetic hum. I don't think sounds can be large. Can they be large? Can you describe a sound as large? I'm waffling. Yeah, there's that as well. So I'm still no clearer. I'm still lost. The moment you think you've put at least a theory together of what's going on, and you know, looked back and seen some of the facts that fit the theory, and then something comes up that just blows it out of the water, and you're left back to square one thinking, what the hell's going on? Okay, brilliant episode, really loved this one. Had such a twist. It was like an M. Night Shyamalan film. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Until then, keep well. Bye-bye. And it also does kind of place Henry in as a severe suspected to be